Education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. Quoted by Sir John Dewey, American philosopher, psychologist, and educational reformer. A lovely morning to all beautiful audience present here. This is Shriya Kannan, and I take utmost pleasure and honor to welcome you all to this prestigious event, NPTEL Toppers Felicitation Programme 24-25, organized by the Center for Excellence of SIES College of Arts, Science, Commerce, Empowered Autonomous, where we gather to celebrate excellence, dedication, and achievement. Today is a special day for recognizing and applauding the remarkable talents and efforts of our audience, students, staff who have created a benchmark through their hard work and perseverance. Here we begin with a melodious Ganesh Vandana performed by my friend Senthil.
Yes, ma'am. गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गणेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि ज्ञानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदायाध्याय गुरुपुत्र परितात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. Thank you.
Thank you, Senthil. Thank you, Senthil. That was truly melodious. Allow me to invite my friend Rachel D'Souza to throw light on today's program.
Thank you, Shriya. It is a great feeling to host an event where every hard work receives applause and appreciation. We all know about the CoE that has been nurturing a spring of value among the youth of SIES and has always succeeded towards igniting spark and skill in them. And I must say, the CoE is unstoppable. CoE has been playing a prominent role towards not only linking our college with one of the greatest education partner like the IIT's NPTEL or SWAYAM or Spoken Tutorial, but is also a spearheading to establish sustainable industrial academia relationship. The mode of open access education facilitated by CoE has again proven that knowledge has no limit. Our college holds a record for certifying 6,000 students over a span of 9 years, meaning around 2 students gaining skill and certification every day. These certifications are widely respected by employers and academic institutions everywhere, thus enhancing the employability and career prospect of learners. Today, we are going to honor all those students who have invested their time and efforts on NPTEL during the last year and have created a history for themselves and for us. This year, our trophies were supported by our collaborator Financial Planning Academy. We extend a sincere and heartfelt gratitude for supporting our today's event. I can speak a ton on CoE and NPTEL, but I know our learners are waiting to bag their awards. With that in mind, allow me to welcome Ms. Mahalakshmi Nadar, spoke of the NPTEL program and person who has made this today's event possible. Dear ma'am, please enlighten the August gathering with your roadmap of CoE and NPTEL.
Thank you, Rachel. Very good morning, respected dignitaries, Dr. Satish Sarfare sir, our guest of honor, Dr. Ghosh, and Dr. Tara Menon ma'am. Today we are here and to acknowledge the efforts of our students, which has been happening every year. And I would welcome each one of you for this event, which is the face of CoE. We started NPTEL in the year 2015, December 2015. Almost we have stepped into the 10th year with more than 200 toppers name listed in the NPTEL portal. So year by year, we always acknowledge the efforts of the students at the end of the, or say, in the beginning of Jan or the beginning of a new year. But this year is special because every time we have 20, 25 awardees and the accompanying awards, we have 50. This time we have crossed 50 because we have the toppers crossing 52 plus and star. So almost 53 toppers in 2024. It's a milestone for us, and all these efforts are the face of SIES students who have shown their caliber across 7,000 local chapters spread across the country and well as globally. Because NPTEL has now more than 7,000 local chapters, and we are one local chapter from Maharashtra. And in Maharashtra, we are competing with 200 plus local chapters. And in that, we are a art, science, commerce background college where we have students competing the professional course students and achievers. So getting 50 is a very huge number. Congratulations to all of you, those who are seated here. And just I will not take more time. I just would take a small glimpse of what today's event is. And in 2015, we had a mail because we had just finished 3 cycles of NAC. The colleges got A grade. What next to do? Because already CoE had more than 60 courses at that time. So something we need to do. So we got a mail from NPTEL, IIT Madras, the then NPTEL coordinator, and that is we want to be you to be part of a LC. Then principal Dr. Harsha Mehta ma'am had said, please go ahead. You see, by today, if you get at least 100 registration in a day, we will take up the local chapter of NPTEL, because to become a local chapter, you should have 100 enrollments on that day. That was the time. So I put across with my team of faculties. We had Santosh Tiwari sir, Pallavi Roy ma'am. We discussed with our TY chemistry students is it possible that this is a NPTEL course, which is a MOOCs platform, and we are going to go online learning? How would you take it up? So they just went through the site, studied all the descriptions. They made a phrase from ground floor to fourth floor. They went to every classrooms. We made the IT labs available. They got all the students, got them registered, and it was not 100, it was more than 100. And that's how we started. In December 2015, we got our LC letter. That's how we began. And 2016, to our surprise, those students who initiated, we had almost 14 toppers. So they were the leaders who have started the legacy, and now you are the leaders who have to continue the legacy. So that's how we began. And in 2020, we had seen pandemic, but online learning we had been already seeing from long time. And last to last year, we had started credit course. That is where Uma ma'am supported. She said we will give NPTEL course compulsory in semester 5. And everyone was saying, why compulsory? Why should we do? There are many other courses. But those students who said no for compulsory, but they were the toppers. Almost we got from one class 10 toppers. So this was not for a compulsion, but this is to show our students can compete with those learners who are out of the box. They can show their potential to inculcate the curriculum of IIT Madras, and they can show they are having the caliber to top in almost lakhs of participants. So that is how we thought we will keep every year this felicitation, and today is the felicitation at the 10th year. I take this opportunity to welcome you all, and all this is topper is not important. The most important thing is you all are taken a step ahead to understand a curriculum which is not designed for you, but you have shown that you can do that and you can score high marks. And I also congratulate my mentors, teaching staff, 30 staff members team who had been guiding all the students, and they have been marked as a top performing mentor. I wish you all the best, and without taking much time, I'll thank everyone, and thanks to Dr. Ghosh for giving this last minute confirmation to be part of this felicitation program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It has always been a pleasure to have you as our mentor, and indeed a bliss to have been associated with CoE and NPTEL. I would now like to welcome our principal, Dr. Satish Sarfare, to address the audience.
Namaskar. At the outset, I thank Dr. Ghosh. As Mahalakshmi Madam mentioned, that finding a chief guest, especially when one is in a situation where, because of reasons, Professor Dr. Varsha, who was supposed to be with us, but for a genuine reason, she could not be here, although one was looking forward to. Nonetheless, I think Dr. Ghosh has come, and we really appreciate for his valuable time. Dr. Ghosh has been a scientist formerly with Bhabha Atomic Research Center. It's an interesting work which Dr. Ghosh has done there. And things happen for a reason, I've always believed. And when myself and Dr. Tara Menon were discussing in my office, we found out that currently he is an advisor for startups and encourages entrepreneurs. So this is a message from my colleague Sampath that we have found a linkage here. I also welcome Vice Principal, my colleague Dr. Tara Menon. The brainchild of Center for Excellence, Ms. Mahalakshmi Nadar, and her entire team. Her entire team, if I am not mistaken, which is Sridhar, Shriya, Rachel, Janet, and Khushbu. Am I right? The core team of Center for Excellence, the center indeed which ensures that they make sure that your professional needs are met. My own colleagues, faculty members representing different departments, NPTEL toppers, students, I can also see some parents if I can observe here from this side. Yeah, indeed they are there. And all those who have been well-wishers of this Center for Excellence, which on its own has, carved its own journey and has reached milestones. NPTEL is just one of those milestones. This reiterates also a fact that, as Malashmi was mentioning, that in the month of October, the institution was re-accredited by NAC. To the NAC peer team, we portrayed Center for Excellence as the institution's distinctiveness. Believe me, that speaks a lot for this center, and that speaks a lot also for this one person tirelessly with her team. Yesterday I was there till 8 and I thought I'm the only one, but she bumped into my office at 8 in the evening. And I realized that their team, I think, is used to working on the college premises till 9:30. Sometimes when I thought I'm the only one at 10 o'clock, suddenly I realized that no, there is company which I have from Center for Excellence. This kind of an initiative which has been taken, especially when it comes to National Program Technology Enhanced Learning, I think it's a fact, my colleagues will agree with me, that the scenario of teaching learning has undergone drastic changes, and what we have been constantly telling that, look, from teacher-centric, we have to become student-centric. It's also a fact that the faculty needs to keep itself updated. One of the largest online repositories in the form of an massive open online course database available. For the last few years, when one looks at the kind of NPTEL toppers which have come from this chapter, I think we are one of the few who have really done justice by taking on board this kind of an opportunity where you have experts from the IIT, from IISc. And what I see now, that the sky is the limit as far as Center for Excellence is concerned. Congratulations to all the NPTEL toppers. And I believe this kind of numbers which she was projecting, I think the numbers are always going to be on the rise. Congratulations also for the Center for Excellence for their soon to be launched newsletter. And I don't think I need to talk about it, but for the last 24 hours, I think I have spent time in putting up a preface, and in a way it's good because it's about artificial intelligence and human error. And of course, a person from zoology, for me, AI has always been animal intelligence, but now hopefully I have to accept that AI can also mean artificial intelligence. Do read that article, and one would be open to feedbacks, especially with an open AI which is available nowadays. With those few words, congratulations once again to all, and thank you for giving us your precious time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your immense support and motivation. You are an inspiration to us to continue our work with excellence. Now, let me introduce the chief guest for today's event, scientist, educator, entrepreneur, and environmental advocate, Dr. Sukhendu Ghosh. Dr. Sukhendu Ghosh has an illustrious academic journey with degree from Vedant Chandra Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Jawaharlal Nehru University, and the University of Mumbai, culminating in a PhD and postdoctoral fellowship at the National Institute of Health, USA. His expertise span molecular biology, scientific engineering, and solid waste management. A pioneering in the field, Dr. Ghosh has implemented over 30 organic waste management projects nationwide and mentored startups promoting sustainable practices. Currently as the founder director of Net Zero Invera LLP and technical directorate at Greenosphere LLP, he continues to lead impactful initiatives for a sustainable future. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me in joining Dr. Sukhendu Ghosh. We are excited to have you, sir. Now, I request our principal, Dr. Satish Sarfare, to please felicitate Dr. Ghosh with a small token of love and gratitude. I request Dr. Ghosh to formally connect with the audience.
I can put it in the file. Put it in the I think that I can talk loud. I'm here talking. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Hello. Hello. Yeah, this is enough. This is enough. Everybody can hear. Don't worry. Don't worry. I can talk loud. It's okay. It's okay. So you have a pointer or something, or I tell you to change? It changes? It changes?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Go back. Go back. Go back. Okay. So thank you very much for such a kind introduction. It sounds very flattering. So, Dr. Sarfare, Principal, SIES College, Dr. Menon, Vice Principal, and other faculty members and students. I think it's my honor, my pleasure to be here today with you. Yesterday, when I got a call from Dr. Menon that I have to come and interact with the students, I was kind of confused. I said, what am I supposed to do? What I'm supposed to talk? She said, you have to motivate them. I was a bit further surprised. The reason being, I was in, when she called me, I almost left, but before that I was in Mukesh Patel School of Technology and Management Education, MPSTME, which is the engineering college of Narsimanji. And there I went to shortlist some candidate for recruitment for a new startup in AI/ML space. And I was simply awed by the level of intelligence, by the quality of students. I didn't expect. They were really smart students. And then I was told that I have to motivate some students who are already topper today here. So I thought it is the reverse way. I am getting motivated by you people. Here down, while sitting in Professor Sarfare's office, we were talking that maybe every 10 years, the general level of intelligence almost doubles. I mean, newer generation is always smarter. We have to not only accept the fact, we have to nurture them. So therefore, who motivates whom is very difficult question. Whether I motivate you or you motivate me, I don't know. Most probably it is the other way. But I thought, why don't I share some of my thoughts, which motivates me? Maybe you can pick up some ideas from there. So instead of I motivating you, rather I'll share some thought that motivates me. So I call 10 commandments simply borrowing the concept from Christianity, that God gave 10 commandments that true Christians should follow to remain in his path. So I borrowed that concept. So first thing is remain grounded. After coming back from US in 2009 middle, when I came back to BARC after sabbatical, I didn't know what new project to start because my earlier projects are all over. I went to US. So my director called and told that you have to do uh, organic solid waste management because we require somebody, the current senior there, he will retire in 3 to 4 years time and therefore somebody has to take over. Whenever I'm running ahead, I mean more, please let me know so that otherwise sometimes I tend to keep talking. So I said, okay, sure. So I was told to go and meet Dr. Kale, who was the main person in that. And when I started working with him, I realized what it means. Imagine a senior scientist at the level of scientist G, scientist H. In government terms, it is equivalent to a secretary level post. He will go to a biogas plant, he will roll up his sleeves and he'll put his hand directly into the waste for whatever reason, either to show something to somebody. I was completely taken aback by that how such a senior person can do like this. Coming to a recent example, I don't know how many of you heard the name Sridhar Vembu. He is the founder of a company called Zoho. So this guy was a very top-notch technocrat, technical person in US. He was very well established. He was living in a place called Pleasanton. I'm sure some of you will someday end up being in America and mostly in West Coast, mostly in San Francisco, the Bay Area, the Silicon Valley. So just across the creek, there is a small hill, and it is one of the most prime real estate property. That hill is called Pleasanton, and Sridhar Vembu used to live there. So you can understand how rich he was. This guy leaves everything. He comes back to India, and he starts a new company called Zoho. What it does software development for American companies like TCS and Infosys, but he started his company in a village in Tenkasi district, and he moves from village to village in bicycle, and he recruits students from colleges like this, not from IIT, not from IIM, from local boys. He recruits them for software development. And today when TCS and other companies are going through rough patch, Zoe is doing fantastic. You can check it on net. So all I'm trying to say, in spite of whatever award you get, reward you get, whatever achievement you have, remain grounded. That you never forget. Otherwise, life will teach you a lesson. Fail big, because you people are young, you have a lot of talent. Don't hesitate working with big ideas. Even if it fails, you will have enough time to recover and do something else. I'll give you my own example how we failed big. In 2019, when I was leaving BRC, we had two ideas in mind. One is this organic solid waste management. It was all chalked up, planned. The company was formed. I went to Austria for some collaboration because there are a lot of good biotech companies are there in Austria who are into digester design and all. I spent 7 days in Australia talking to them. Everything was fine. I came back, and after a few months, Corona started. First phase of Corona, second phase of Corona, and for a running company, you can still run okay. But when a startup goes through Corona, it's hell. Like sometimes I'm looking at my ceiling and don't know what to do. I mean, completely helpless. And we lost a lot of money because by then we recruited few people. We have to give their salary, and there is no revenue coming. And we failed big time. And after Corona was over, we got some more entrepreneurs. They came on board, they invested, and then we started big. I have gone through it, I have seen it, and it's, believe me, it's frustrating. And I was not that young also. So for you people, my suggestion is, if you have a big idea, work on it, fail big, doesn't matter, because you will have enough time to recover. If you are persevere, if you have your perseverance, you will succeed. So don't hesitate failing big. Okay. So third is make fantastic friends. Believe me, whatever I am, whatever I have achieved, and not only me, there are people who have achieved 100 times more than me. You can't do anything in a lonely world. And friends are the people who will enrich you. Even in college, the connection you build, that gives you lots and lots of advantage. You won't believe, when I went to US for my postdoctoral fellowship. So I'm standing at a bus stop. Suddenly somebody comes and taps it from behind, and I figured out he was my senior in Jain in university. And likewise, even today I get so many surprises from those beautiful friends I made everywhere, and they come so. I mean, it is not only material benefit, the soothing feeling it gives to your heart when you come across all these friends. I don't know how many of you ever read about or know about Warren Buffett, the famous investor. At one point of time, he was the richest man in the world. Right now, he is not. I think he's fifth or sixth because of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and these people. So when people asked what is the greatest asset he has, he said, my friends. Because he says, whenever I crave for a particular human quality and I feel I don't have it or I have it less, I find out people who have them in abundance. I make friendship with them, and that gives me immense happiness by learning from friends. So he found out Charlie Munger, his investment partner, and they remained together all along. And he had so many fantastic friends. And he says, that is what keeps me in line. Remember, the friends you make in your college, university, they will always be with you. So that makes fantastic bonding. Yeah. This is something I saw. It never happened with me. I saw it happening in front of me. How many of you heard the name Rajat Gupta? You know Rajat Gupta story? Okay, so first of all, he is not Gupta, he is Gupto. Basically, it's a Bengali surname. So like Das Gupta, Sen Gupta, we say in typical Thet Bengali, it is pronounced slightly different. So this guy, Rajat Gupta or Gupta, his father was a freedom fighter, of course, based out of West Bengal. And the family moved to Delhi around the time of independence. And afterwards, his father was somewhere connected to Congress party also. But unfortunately, Rajat Gupta's parents died very early. He was in school and he had another younger brother and another younger sister and nobody else. You won't believe, a high school going kid took care of his siblings, didn't go back to Calcutta. He stayed in Delhi, took care of his siblings, supported them. He himself got selected in IIT and completed his BTech from IIT. So much so, after completing his BTech, he got a job offer from ITC. Like these days, if you get a job from Infosys or TCS, you consider a top job. Those days, software was not a concept. There was nothing called software. Those days, top jobs were Hindustan Unilever. Hindustan Lever, that time it was not Unilever. I think Hindustan Lever, ITC, these were the top companies. He declined that job offer. He went to Harvard for MBA and he joins McKinsey. He became one of the top-notch corporate honko in America. He and there is another corporate Indian, Sumantra Ghoshal. Two of them together established one of the premier management education institute in Hyderabad called ISP. ISB was founded by these two people. He retires from McKinsey. He becomes a board member in Goldman Sachs. Corona comes, all the company's stocks falls. Goldman Sachs approaches Warren Buffett for funding. Warren Buffett comes to Goldman Sachs office for discussion, and it is agreed that Warren Buffett will infuse some fund. And Rajat Gupta, he was the board member in Goldman Sachs. What he does, he comes out of the meeting, he makes a phone call to one guy called Raj Rajaratnam. Now, Raj Rajaratnam is a Sri Lankan, he runs a hedge fund. The idea is, this is an inside information that Warren Buffett is going to invest money in Goldman Sachs. So Goldman Sachs stocks will rise. So Raj Rajaratnam buys them in advance. And subsequently, almost everybody knows that United States law enforcing agencies, they find out this guy had to go to jail at a very advanced age of, I think, 60, 65 years of age. He went to jail. He was one of the star Indians in America, and he lost everything for just making one phone call to a person. And that was definitely unethical. So once you lose your reputation, you lose everything. So don't lose your reputation. Guard it with all your might you have. Stop me whenever I'm overrunning. Win through your action and never through argument. I mean, do you remember when Sachin Tendulkar debuted against Pakistan? Starting from Wasim Akram to Abdul Qadir to all those deadly bowlers, they will come close to him physically, they will sledge him, intimidate him. Do you remember Sachin's body language that time? He didn't react at all. He just played his cricket. I'll give you a recent example. When Imran Khan was Prime Minister of Pakistan, he was trying his best to talk to India, to talk to Modi, and Modi was not responding to his phone calls. So Imran Khan made a very nasty comment, small people in big places. I don't know how many of you remember. Even Pakistan regrets even today for saying it. He made a comment, small people in big places, just to say that Modi is not the right person. What happened to Pakistan and what happened to India after that is in front of everybody. I don't have to tell anybody. Be a disruptor. I think nobody will contradict this. Any big business idea that came, technology idea that came, it has been a disruptor. Anything, say, cab aggregator. Maybe around 10 years back, that first cab aggregator came. I'm forgetting the name. What was the name? Before Ola Uber, that cab aggregator came. That green color cab. Meru. So that was a genuine disruptor. That first gave a concept that you can have a fleet of cab to give it. Now some people became even smarter. They said, why to own a fleet? I don't want to own a fleet. I'll just give a platform. So this is just a concept of disruptor, and there are many more disruptor happened and going to happen. Of course, quantum computing will be a disruptor. Blockchain has already been a disruptor. So whatever you do, whatever you think in the line of disruption. You have to disrupt the existing process flow to make your new process flow. Don't hesitate to be a disruptor. Avoid getting into big man's shoes. When you are starting your career, don't get into a situation where you have to fulfill a lot of expectation. The best example in my mind is Dhoni retiring and Kohli becoming a captain. Is Kohli any less cricketer, any less talented? No. but he didn't succeed as a captain. He had to leave the captaincy because people had a different expectation. He couldn't live up to that expectation, although he is a talented, gifted cricketer. There are many, many such examples. And the best example to avoid it is, in my opinion, Pandit Nehru versus Lal Bahadur Shastri. Lal Bahadur Shastri didn't create any expectation. It is very, very unfortunate that he died early. Many of us feel, had he been living a longer life, he would have made a different impact on India. He was a leader par excellence, and he never tried to put his feet in Nehru's shoes. And by the way, his death itself is a big surprise. And I think 2 months after his death, Dr. Homi Bhabha died in plane accident. And even today, these are the big mysteries who killed them, because it was not a natural death, both the cases. But that's a different story. Assume formlessness. Don't be rigid. The best example of being rigid and perishing is, I will say, Xerox. Xerox has not perished, but it did not achieve its goal. It did not achieve the greatness. I'll tell you why. Kodak, Fuji, they were so rigid that Fuji tried later on to come up with a digital camera and all, but didn't succeed that much. By then, Sony and other electronic companies, they captured the market. So they were so rigid, they were making film, and they will make films only. I'll tell you, towards the end of my BARC career, we used to use a lot of X-ray film for autoradiography work. Like, we used to tag a molecule, biomolecule with isotope for DNA replication studies and all. And then to see the result, you have to expose them on X-ray film. When we went to market to buy the film, earlier it was so easy, it became difficult and difficult and difficult because now no company is making the film. So that is the example of being rigid and perishing. Xerox is a fantastic example that whatever you talk today about Microsoft, Apple, etc., the actual computer technology was first developed by a research team in Xerox. Go to YouTube, search Steve Jobs, Bill Gates stealing Xerox idea. Give this kind of search word, you will get good number of YouTube video, and there is a good amount of literature also. Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, they all accepted that Xerox had a fantastic research team. They actually came up with the concept of GUI, graphical user interface, and mouse, sometimes in 80s. And these two guys, sometimes even early 80s, late 70s, at that time we are talking about, these two guys went to their lab because Xerox opened its lab for public visit. And they were dumbfounded that such fantastic technology, and Xerox management said, we are a printer company, what we will do with this? They refused to see the future. And these two companies, so Steve Jobs started a company, Apple company, and gave 10,000 shares, offered 10,000 shares to Xerox. Xerox was very happy. This is हमारे कोने में तो ऐसे ही पड़ा हुआ है, कोई 10,000 शेयर दे रहा है, ले लो. And they gave the technology, and you see how it happened. And same time, Bill Gates also was working with Apple, stole Apple's idea and made his own. And there is a lot of literature available how they stole Xerox idea, because it is stealing. Giving 10,000 shares and taking the whole technology is as good as stealing. And it shows that how rigid Xerox was, refusing to branch out into a new path. Best example of success in this category in my mind are two. One is Netflix. When I was in US, you go to any grocery shop, big ones, like I was in Washington DC area, so there were Giant and Safeway. You come out of the grocery store, at the exit there will be a box, just like you have cold drinks and chips box where you put the coin and it comes out. So They have a box. You put your $10 bill, you will get the CD. If there is a font, you can choose the CD. CD will come out. After 1 week, you go and return the CD, you get your $5 back, something like that. That was done by this company called Netflix. So Netflix was a CD rental service as simple as that. जैसे अभी मुंबई में rental library होता है. Just that. These people realized that CD world is getting over and they ventured into OTT. That time Netflix was a very tiny company. Second example is T-Series, the cassette company. They moved into film production and they survived. So don't be rigid, be open in mind, assume formless. Do not build fortress to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. No fort in this world has remained unconquered. No fort has remained unconquered. So remain with the people. There is a famous, I don't know how many of you ever seen the movie Godfather, read the book Godfather. Please, if you haven't, please watch the movie. So I am giving you it as a homework. Please watch the movie Godfather. So there is a very famous comment, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. So don't get into a fortress. And my final thing, take care of Mother Earth. That is very, very, very important. I'll tell you one small story, 1 minute, and then we will close. 2006, September, I go to US, and by December, I purchased my first car. It was a second-hand car, used car, because I wanted to save some money because I have to take my family, my wife and children, they were still here in India. So I thought I'll go for a second-hand car being sold by another postdoc who is leaving US. So I said, okay, fantastic. We agree the price, everything done. We buy the car. Now in US, they have a very unique system. In India, you buy a car, your registration is valid lifelong for the car. After 15 years, if you are still using the car, you have to kind of re-register it by paying some fees, but number plate remains same. In US, it is not so. Your registration is valid for a particular duration of time, and it varies from state to state. I was in Maryland state, like I was just outside Washington DC, but technically it was not DC, it was Maryland. So it is like if you go to Vashi, Navi Mumbai, wo Thane district ho jata hai, something like that. So I was in Maryland state. So I go, and there the registration process is very simple. Kuch zyada natak nahi, kuch nahi. You go to the counter, the buyer and seller, you have to remove the registration, that plate from front and back, go to the counter, they will take it and you do the necessary paperwork, pay the fees, etc. and they will give you a new set of registration, that board, that metal piece. You have to go and fix it on your car. It is December, it is very, very cold, and the lady who gave it, she also gave 2 stickers, and those stickers are month and year indicating the registration is valid till which month of which year. The idea is if you don't re-register, it will be displayed on your card, so police can stop you, take the vehicle from you, or whatever, takes punitive action. That lady said, this sticker you can't fix it now because it is too cold outside. What do? You take the take some cloth, wipe it nicely to remove the pieces of snow, etc. Make it warm and fix it, or else, because it was really cold, she said you take the car home, maybe afterwards sometime when the weather improves, you fix it. I completely forgot. I kept those stickers in my backpack, the same backpack which I take it to lab every day. I fix the number plate, I go home, I'm using the car every day. One day evening, I come out of the lab, I start my car. At the entrance of NIH, 2 police vehicle with full siren coming behind me, and it's scary. What you see in English movies, it's scary. And I was so lucky when I talked about friends. So he was a great friend, Praful Taylor. He's from Bombay. He was also in the same lab. He's PhD from Actrek. So Praful was with me, sitting at the passenger seat. Praful said, I said, Praful, what happened? He said, I don't know. So police vehicle stopped, and the first lesson they teach you in driving, if the police vehicle is coming behind you in siren, you have to stop. That means they're chasing you, you have to stop. So I stopped, police vehicle stopped. I said, let me see what happened. I tried to open that door. Praful holds my hand. He said, don't open that door, they will shoot you. Because in India, if police stops you, you are supposed to get down from the car and go to police. What happened? There it is the other way. If police stops you, you have to sit straight with your hand on steering wheel so that your hand is visible. The idea is there is a lot of shooting incidents. A lot of people, out of anger, they will take out the gun and shoot at police. So the idea is you have to sit straight with your hand visible so that police can come and talk to you. Said okay. तो प्रफुल्ल ने बचा लिया उस दिन, मुझे नहीं तो उधर ही मेरा हो जाता था. So बैठा हूँ, पुलिस वाला आया, बोले where are your stickers? Which sticker? Month and year sticker. Then I realized it is in my bag. So it's in my bag. Then I'm turning towards back. वो पुलिस वाला ऐसे gun लेके खड़ा है. The idea is maybe I'm taking out my gun from the bag. Everything they think that the person will be aggressive. Then I said no, genuinely have it in the bag. वो बंदा पीछे चला जाता है, so that I don't actually shoot him. I take out from the bag, I show him. He said okay, fine. Then he realized that it's a genuine mistake. And they have, every car will have a computer. Even those days, I'm talking about 2006. So they punched some number and they realized it's a new registration. He said okay, take the car to the side and put this sticker right now. I said okay. मैंने पील किया, स्टिकर लगाया, और वो जो थोड़ा सा छिलका था ऐसे क्रम्पल करके I threw it on the ground. My God, you won't believe what happened. That guy came. He said, he said, pick it up. Don't make this country dirty. I felt so insulting. That small piece of paper I threw on the ground. He said, pick it up, take it home and throw it in your trash can. Don't make this country dirty. Then I realized one thing. I traveled quite a few countries outside India, US, Europe. I was in Singapore for a brief while. I was in Austria for some time. What main difference we see between India and those countries? The first thing that will strike you is they are so much cleaner and we are so much dirty. We want only हमारा घर साफ रहे. आप कचरा उठा के बाहर फेंको, बाहर, वो मेरा नहीं है, वो BMC का हेडेक है, वो मुझे कुछ नहीं करना है, मेरा घर साफ सुथरा रहे. And we continuously make this country dirty. It has nothing to do with poverty. I have seen people throwing used water bottles from Mercedes car. And I have seen poor people taking care of waste much better. I was associated with organic solid waste management in BARC for so long. The workers, the rag pickers who work in biogas plant, they are the genuine heroes. They take care of our waste. We create the waste. So at least make a habit of keep your surrounding clean, because this earth is the only earth we have. If you see the movie Interstellar, there is a famous dialogue which says that Earth is not our permanent place. We are going to move to some other planet. Even if that is true, you don't know when you are going to move to some other planet and how, after how many million years. This is the only planet you have. Take care of this planet. Take care of this surrounding. If you talk about oxygen cylinder that you breathe, every breath you take from oxygen cylinder will cost you around 1 rupee 70-75 paisa, 2 rupees lagao. So every time you breathe, what nature has given you free of charge, 2 rupees you are breathing, and how many 100,000 breaths you take per day and in your lifetime. So give back something to this earth. Plant a tree, plant 10 trees, plant 20 trees to give back the oxygen you have taken from this nature, and keep your surrounding clean. That will what Mahatma Gandhi said, cleanliness is the godliness. I felt really embarrassed being an Indian when I go abroad. Please keep your surrounding, your home, your country clean. That will really make you feel better. Thank you. Thank you very much. So that's it.
It was indeed well spoken, sir. I am sure it will be well applied by our students' community. With all the talks and blessings, now we come to the most expected moment of the day. We shall now officially proceed with the name revealing of the very first edition of our CoE newsletter. Our team has been working day and night to mark more permanent record towards growth, communication, innovation, and creativity. As we prepare to unveil the name of our newsletter, a reflection of our shared vision and commitment, we are deeply honored to have the presence of our chief guest, Dr. Sukhendu, whose presence and interaction today has been instrumental to us. I request our principal, Dr. Satish Sarfare, and Dr. Sukhendu Ghosh to step forward to reveal the name of the CoE newsletter by clicking the highlighted button.
Very excited to release our name, Vidya Vritam, eternal cycle of knowledge. This Vidya will another milestone for Center for Excellence, which will cover all areas of sciences and knowledges, including humanities, technology, and there will be space for research, there will be space for budding writers, where there will be space for poets, there will be space for story writers, sequels, and everything will be launched in April 2025, and this will be made visualized in our CoE website www.siascoe.com. So after we launch, the sequel story will be continuously promoted in the site plus our Insta page. So this is to keep you active, that you have to not to speak only inside the college, you have to be vocal that everyone can see you. And there is a special corner for the achievers to put forth your blogs. There is a special corner for cartoonists, those who want to expose their experience in the form of a story or images, or enact plays which you want to script it, you can script. And there is also a space for alumni, like you want to see what college has given you, that you want to share and motivate others by being in SIES. So many articles will be coming, and I would now like to unveil our staff and student editorial board along with our advisor, Dr. Satish Sarfare sir. Please, next. Yes, sir. You will be there to guide us, right? A team made within an overnight, a team coming with budding ideas, and the first article, research article, sir had composed within 24 hours. The first theme for Vidya Vritam is AI and human era. Okay, so it is not AI versus human era, it is AI and human era. It could be in any field of sciences, it could be humanity, social, technology, in our day-to-day life, in economy of the country, abroad. that how AI is going to support human, maybe advantage or disadvantage. We need writers who can give within 300 to 400 words, write up, so there will be a space for AI in human era, a first theme of the article, and the first publication from Sir, who has just initiated today's Vidya Vritam. Just 24 hours, I think 5 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Without using AI.
So this will be published and go live in April. So thanks for giving a new ideas and new portfolios to work in. Okay, so Shreya, please.
As we launch this inaugural edition, we look forward to fostering a culture of communication, creativity, and collaboration. We envision, we envision Vidyavritam as a platform that will not only inform and engage but also inspire everyone to contribute their unique perspectives to the ongoing narrative of our college. We extend our heartfelt thanks to all those who have supported and contributed to the first issue, and we eagerly anticipate the many editions to come, each capturing the essence of what makes our college truly exceptional. I request my friend Rachel to take the event further.
Alright, let's march forward to the most awaited moment and intent of the today's function. Let me announce the serial order of today's felicitation program. We will be conferring awards to the CoE course first, followed by teachers who successfully completed their faculty development program through NPTEL, then top performing mentors, further January-April cycle topper, followed by June-December cycle topper, concluding with special category award. Before we proceed with the felicitation program, I request our dignitary, Dr. Sukhendu, along with Principal Dr. Satish Sarfare, our institution Vice Principal Dr. Rashmi Bure, Dr. Tara Menon, our mentor Ms. Mahalakshmi Nada to come forward to honor our meritorious students and teachers.
Now, moving on to the teachers who have successfully completed their FDP. I would like to call Ms. Vibha Deepak Ali for completing FDP on Bioinformatical Algorithm and Applications with Elite Certification. Next, Ms. Reshmi Mukul Das for completing the FDP on Experimental Biotechnology. Ms. Prachita Shekhar Salunke for completing FDP in Introduction to Biomimicry with Elite Plus Silver Certification. Now I would like to invite Ms. Ruchika Ganesh Deni for completing FDP on Plant Cell Bioprocessing with Elite Plus Silver Certification. Ms. Apurva Arvind Chalge for completing level 1, 2 and 3 on German and topped with Elite Plus certification. Now I would like to call our NPTEL discipline staff Ms. Sandra Balakrishnan for completing 4 courses in the area of bioscience and biotechnology with bagging Elite plus Silver plus Gold certification. It's time to honor our top performing mentors. I would like to invite Ms. Rushali Gupte for mentoring students on sports psychology during her mentoring session for sports psychology with she has earned 1,065 points. Inviting Ms. Maya Nair for her mentoring in the joy of computing using Python, ethical hacking, cloud computing, etc. courses during the July-December run. Mr. Abhishek Patil for mentoring on research methodology, English language for competitive exam, research methodology during the January-April 24 run. Now I would like to invite Dr. Ajinkya Ashok Gaikwad for mentoring in Introduction to Modern Indian Political Thought, Partition of India in Print Media and Cinema, and other courses during the January and April 24 run. Ms. Vidya Hariharan for soft skills, English literature of the Romantic period during 1798, 1832, and other courses with 167 points. Dr. Seema for English literature of the Romantic period, 20th century fiction and poetry during the Jain April run with 139 points. Sampath Sir for Economics of Banking and Finance Markets, Economics of Innovation, Economics of Health and Publication with 132 points. Dr. Pramod Gogare for Engineering Theory and Applications with 110 points. Ms. Prachi Vedya for Foundation of the R software with 52 points. We are honored to have our Vice Principal Rashmi Bhure for joining us today. Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Richa Singh for Tissue Engineering during the July-December run with 44 points. Prajit Nambyar for Immunology during the July-December run with 16 points. Ms. Akshaya Ajay Bhosle for Sustainable Agriculture during the July-December 24 run with 15 points.
Now calling the student toppers from the Jan to April session of 2024. Calling on Varun Balodi from the English Department for English Literature of the Romantic Period of 1760. Calling on Shifa Shah from the English Department for English Literature of the Romantic Period. She has scored 87%, top 2% with Silver plus Elite. Calling on Ms. Haritika Lodhia from Economics Department for enhancing soft skills and personality. She has scored 86%, top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling on Ms. Raghavi Vasant Kumar from Botany Department for Environmental Impact Assessment, scoring 88%, top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling on Somyank Nagar from Economics Department for Introduction to Environmental Economics, scoring 83%, top 1%. He has secured All India third rank with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling on Grisha Sridhar Pujari from Political Science Department, who has topped with 97% in Introduction to Modern Indian Political Thought, top 2%, securing Elite plus Gold certification. Next, calling on Bharat Joseph Appadurai from Philosophy Department for Sports Psychology, securing 99%, top 1% with Elite plus Gold certification. Calling on Sneha Eknath Kadam from Philosophy Department, scoring 99% in Sports Psychology, top 1% with Elite plus Gold certification. Calling on Nikhil Ashok Kumar Gautam from Philosophy Department for Sports Psychology, scoring 99%, top 1% with Elite plus Gold certification. Shruti Zura Mohammad Afiq from Philosophy Department, scoring 99% in Sports Psychology, top 1% with Elite plus Gold certification. Calling Achint Kaur Mata from Philosophy Department, securing 98%, top 5% in Sports Psychology with Elite plus Gold certification. Calling Maria Chaudhary from Philosophy Department for Sports Psychology, securing 98%, top 5% with Elite plus Gold certification. Calling Rohan Rajesh Joshi from Philosophy Department for Sports Psychology, scoring 98%, top 2% and Elite plus Gold certification. Calling Prisha Chetan Patil from Psychology Department, who has topped with 83% in Training and Development, top 1%. She has secured All India 8th rank and bagged the Elite plus Gold certification. Calling Shruti Yatnalkar from Psychology Department, scoring 93% for Training and Development, top 1% with Elite plus Gold certification. Calling Prathna Singh from Psychology Department for Training and Development, scoring 88%, top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling Stacy Singh. Calling Vanshika from Psychology Department for Training and Development for scoring 88%. Scoring 88%. Top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling Stacy Singh from Psychology Department for Training and Development, scoring 88%, top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling Sushani Kapoor from Psychology Department for Training and Development, scoring 88%, top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling Purba Panji from Psychology Department, scoring 88% in Training and Development, top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling Ketki Panchal from Psychology Department for Training and Development, securing 87%, top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling co-ed Atulya Vinod from English Department for 20th Century Fiction, securing 78%, top 2%. She has bagged the All India 9th rank with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling on Sarvesh Shankar Iyer from the History Department for Introduction to Political and Western Thought. He has scored All India 3rd rank, topped with 96%, top 2%, Elite plus Gold certification. Also for Research Methodology, scoring 91%, top 1%, Elite plus Gold certification. Calling Soha Iqbal Ansari, who has topped in English soft skills, securing 86%, top 2% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling Rahul Rawat from Statistics Department for soft skills, scoring 81%, top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling Khan Mariam from Biotechnology Department for soft skills, scoring 87%, top 1%, securing Elite plus Silver. Also for Animal Physiology, Biotechnology Department, 85%, top 5%, Elite plus Silver. Calling Khan Kanisha Mohammad Sajid from Botany Department for Animal Physiology, scoring 76%, top 5% with Elite plus Silver certification. Calling Amanna Saeed from Biotechnology Department for Cell Culture Technologies, scoring 90%, top 2% with Elite plus Gold certification. Renuka Ravindran Nadar from Statistics Department for Foundations of R Software, scoring 95%, top 5% with Elite plus Gold certification. Next, Bhanupriya Swaminathan Iyer from Biotechnology Department for Genetic Engineering, Theory and Application, scoring 79%, top 5%, Elite Plus Silver Certification. Calling Sri Hari Chandramouli Nuchur from Biotechnology Department for Genome Editing and Engineering, scoring 80%, top 5% with Elite Plus Silver Certification. Kashaf Fatima Akhtar from Psychology Department for Human Resource Management. She has topped with 72%, bagging the All India 10th rank with Elite Certification. Calling Lavanya Ilankovan from Psychology Department, scoring 69% in Human Resource Development with top 5% Elite Certification. Calling Lavanya Ilankovan from Psychology Department, calling Gretchen Minator George from Psychology Department for Human Resource Development, securing 67%, top 5% with Elite Certification. Calling Natasha D'Souza from DMS Department, who has topped in Product Management and Retail Marketing Strategy, securing Elite Plus Gold Certification. Calling Nenika Baljit from Microbiology Department for Immunology, scoring 87%, top 1%, bagging the second rank All India with Elite Plus Silver Certification. Swara Dattaram Prabha from Philosophy Department for Sports Psychology, securing 97%, top 2% with Elite Plus Gold Certification. Twinkle David Nadar from Philosophy Department for Sports Psychology, scoring 97%, top 2% with Elite Plus Gold Certification. Aishwarya Achu Parambil Murlidharan from Philosophy Department for Sports Psychology, scoring 97%, top 2% with Elite Plus Gold Certificate. Calling Vanisha from Psychology Department, scoring 87% in Training and Development, top 5% with Elite Plus Silver Certification. Calling Chinmay Kalapur from Environmental Science Department for Sustainable Architecture, scoring 78%, top 2%, Elite Plus Silver, All India 8th rank. Calling Anjali Omprakash Yadav from Philosophy Department for Sports Psychology, scoring 97%, top 2% with Elite Plus Gold Certification. Calling Srijali Nagesh Bangera for the joy of computing using Python from Computer Science Department, scoring 91%, top 5% with Elite Plus Gold Certification.
So it's time to acknowledge the efforts of best category, special category awards to be announced. So this is not that. Okay, so we have best mentor and popular mentor on the basis of the score of the their mentees earned. They make our mentors as popular, and we have with us best mentor and popular mentor for July December 2024, most awaited. Shall we? It's Miss Maya Nair from Computer Science Department. At the end. She has scored. Yes, the next one. Slide number 55. This is a course she has mentored. Slide number 55. Okay, so please go to 55. Yeah, next. Yeah, 55. Next. Yeah. Her score is 345 points. And she has been top performing mentor for these 5 courses plus 3 more. So, congratulations. So, this was for July, December. For Jan, April 2024 run, we have Best Mentor and Well-Planned Mentor, Dr. Ajinkya Ashok Gaikwad, Politics Department. 215 points, 4 courses, Modern India Political Thought, Partition of India, Introduction to Western Political Thought, and Rights to Information and Good Governance. Congratulations. And finally, overall mentor for 2024, Best Mentor and Popular Mentor, Ms. Vrishali Gupte, Philosophy Department. Congratulations, 1065 points. Sports Psychology in Jan run 651, and in July, December 414. That's a huge number. I think it's the second consecutive year ma'am is crossing 1000 points. Congratulations. These points are calculated as per the scores given from NPTEL. So these points are released by NPTEL local chapter. Okay, so now we have mentors who have high points. They have planned, we will only train these many students and we know they will do the best. So now it's time for announcing well-planned mentor, Miss Vidya Hariharan, Jan, April 2024. Seema, please collect for her. So Seema is also well-planned mentor for Jan, April 2024 run. So Vidya Hariharan, 167, and Seema, next slide. Seema, stay back for you. Next slide. Yes, 159 points, 3 courses. Congratulations. Next we have for July, December 2024 run, Dr. Pramod Gogare, well-planned mentor, 110 points, Genetic Engineering Theory and Application from Microbiology Department. I think sir will have every year one award for sure. I think biotechnology and microbiology department should get one cupboard for NPTEL now. Well-planned mentor, July, December 2024 run, Mr. Sampath Sambashivan, Economics Department. So it's time for now announcing the best department. Abhishek Patil, yes. Yeah. Popular mentor, Jan, April 2024 run, Mr. Abhishek Patil, History Department. Pele. Yes, highest point after Vrishali, 243 points after Vrishali and Maya. Okay, so we have maximum number of mentors from a department, maximum number of students participating in the NPTEL run, and they get maximum score. So it's time for announcing the best department, Jan-April 2024 run Department of Psychology. Psychology department staff and students come forward. Psychology is a huge crowd. All student toppers and faculty, please Vrishali do the honors. Psychology department students come forward. Collect for your department. Kamla ma'am is not there. Please psychology students come forward. You all have given the department the best department award, so you are supposed to be present. Philosophy, sports psychology, everything. We'll call philosophy department for one more time. I think psychology department, whoever has come, please stay back. Yes. So go to next. Since psychology department has come, best department Jan-April 2024, please give that award to. The stage will not be sufficient. Please get forward. Department of Psychology, best department. Philosophy and psychology together. So philosophy and psychology, best department philosophy for 2024. Congratulations. So Department of Philosophy has 632 points, 358 points in Jan run and 274 points in July run. Congratulations. Now we have best department July, December 2024, maximum number of participants from staff and students, Department of Computer Science. All CS department students and faculties come forward. CS department, please come forward. We have with us Maya ma'am, Soni ma'am. Please students, CS students, receive for your department. Best department July, December 2024. Congratulations. So finally it is time to acknowledge the efforts of the student representatives of Center for Excellence. They are the face of CoE. So we have some budding volunteers who should be appreciated for the efforts and every activities of CoE. So we have with us Miss Lisha Naresh Jain, Best New Enthusiastic Volunteer, July-December 2024, FYBAC Computer Science. Lisha Naresh Jain. Next, Miss Harsha Ganesh Jain, FYBAC CS, Best New Enthusiastic Volunteer. Congratulations. Hope you'll still work more. And the best volunteer for the year 2024 is Miss Priyanka Taduri, SYBAC IT student. Face of CoE. Congratulations, Miss Priyanka. Your efforts has been acknowledged. Yeah, final category, best core volunteers. And this is the first time all the core volunteers are fitting and getting the award in different categories. So first, best core volunteer in public relation, July, December 2024 goes to Ms. Khushbu Yadav, SYBA. Congratulations. Best core volunteer technical skills, July, December 2024 goes to Ms. Rachel D'Souza, TYB.com. And now, best core volunteer technical and managerial skills, that is for managing the events, we have Miss Janet Silve, TYB.com. And Best Core Volunteer for Social and Creative Handles, Public Relation, Ms. Shriya Kannan. SYBA. Congratulations. Finally, the Best Core Volunteer overall for the 2024 academic year. Everyone know he has been there for more than 2 to 3 years. Mr. Sridhar Kannan, SYBA. Overall Best Volunteer of 2024 Core and Best Volunteer of 2024 Priyanka Taduri and Sridhar Kannan. So we have come to the end of the awardees day. Thank you. Ma'am, please.
Can we have a huge round of applause for everyone? Congratulations to all our toppers. May God bless you. Keep learning and keep growing. So as we conclude today's program, I may hand over to Ms. Jan-Dec to propose the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Shriya. I extend our gratitude to the management of SIES College, Principal Dr. Satish Sarfare, Vice Principals Dr. Tara Menon and Dr. Rashmi Bhure, and all the teachers present here today for the constant encouragement. Special thanks to Mr. Vishal Gada, Director at Financial Planning Academy, for supporting our Achievers Mementos. Dr. Sukhendu for taking the time out of his busy schedule to felicitate our winners. Our registrar, Raghavendra sir, the non-teaching staff, our caterer who provided sumptuous meals, our volunteers who did an efficient work to make today's program a grand success. Thank you once again. You all have been a lovely audience. We will have a photo session now with all the awardees and the dignitaries. Also, lunch is being served in the Gymkhana. I request you all to kindly join post-photo session.
Students come first in two batches. 25, 25. Including the parents. Please do it fast. After making those cards. Ma'am, please come. Ma'am, please come.
हाँ लाइव जा रहा है वो एक्चुअली वो जा रहा है ड्रोन शूट जा रहा है ये रहने दे
Your trophies come